Hello you lovely, lovely people, welcome back to this morning. Wasn't going to make a video today, but seen the news, and I think this happened a few days ago, but there's an American been shot, robbed and killed. Young guy, I think in his 30s, maybe late 30s, I think, from what I can gather from the GMA news. I haven't seen anything else about it, but and this is up the top end of the Philippines. This is it's in Rizal, and apparently he tried to do a runner, but they caught him, and it was two guys on a motorcycle. The normal scenario, two guys riding in tandem, and apparently the guy, the American guy, was trying to hide his jewelry. And this is the point that I want to make today: is I've got no watches. Well, I have got watches in the house. I've got watches. I've got a little bit of gold, not a lot, because I'm not a lover of gold. But the things that I have got was passed down to me by my father when he died. But I never wear it. I never wear it here. It's just, in fact, I don't even know where they are. I think my wife's put them in a drawer somewhere. But I never wear jewelry. If I was in the Philippines, would I wear it? I would, because I always used to wear my father's watch, and my father was like a watch collector, and he's got some good watches, which was passed on to me, and I give one to my son, and I give a ring, I think, to my other son, back in England. But what I'm trying to say is, or what I am saying is, when you come here, just bear in mind where you are. I know, to me, the Philippines is a safe place. To me. I know, like a lot of you might think otherwise and think, well, no, it's not a safe place. But it is a safe place to me, where I am. I mean, there was a shooting here and there was a stabbing here. I will be honest with you people. One was at the like a fiesta that was going on here a couple of years ago. And that involved a Filipino lad and another Filipino lad. They had too much to drink, and a terrible scenario. One Filipino got a knife out and stabbed the other guy, and he managed to crawl into the shop where I go in Pinion here, and he died in the shop. So when we say violence doesn't happen, it does happen here, but it doesn't generally happen if you're keeping a low profile. I think it's just me when I'm thinking. I mean, I'm not an expert on this, but this guy who was killed, the American guy, and no one likes to hear stories like this. Nobody likes to hear them. He was wearing a lot of jewelry, apparently. According to the reporter, he was wearing jewelry. He tried to take the jewelry off, or he tried to hide the jewelry when these people were chasing him. But he didn't get away. And he put up a bit of a fight. And of course they shot him and still robbed him as well. Now, I've always said this, people, and I know it's hard to swallow, but if I was approached, and this is me, people, and as much as it goes against my grain, but if I was approached in the Philippines by one or two guys, even one guy, and they wanted to rob me, I'm not a coward, people, but you don't know what that guy's carrying. He could be carrying a knife, he could be carrying a gun. And no amount of money is worth my life. So, if I was in a strange place and I was approached by someone and they said, give me this, give me that, I would give them it. There is nothing cowardice about saving your own life, especially when you've got a family. And that's the most important thing that we can do, is try and keep a low profile. Don't go out with flashing your jewelry off or flashing your money. I've said this time and time again, people. When you go to a bar, and it doesn't matter where you are, don't take large denominations, like thousands of pesos. Just take what you think you're going to need for that night. And then I'm trying to get away from that cockerel. I'm walking around the house like a lunatic. I walk out the back, there's a cockerel. I walk out the front, there's a cockerel. I don't mind hearing them, but I know you guys do. So you've got to keep a low profile here. Just use a bit of common sense. Keep your head on a swivel is what I'd say. keep your head on a swivel if you're in a... I mean, if I was up towards Manila, there's no way I would feel as safe as what I do here. And this is meant to be the red zone, people, in Mindanao. And I expect it was, like a few years ago. But don't go out with large denominations, and don't flash your cash. Don't flash your jewellery. I've never been in one of those types of people anywhere where you go out and I like to be all jewelleried up and I like to be this and like to be that. I've never been one of those. I haven't been that kind of guy all my life. I'm not saying I'm a scruffy bastard, but I'm just saying I've never been that kind of guy. We've got to remember where we are, people. We've got to remember where we are. And we can easily let that guard drop. I mean, there's sometimes here, or I used to, I don't do it so much now, but especially when I was in Dipolog, I'd go out drinking with the local lads, and I'd just go back on my own. And the local lads would even say to me, "No, Stephen, no." I said, "No, it's all right. It's okay." And they said, "No, get a taxi back." Which 9 times out of 10 I did. But they even said to me, "Be careful with the taxis because you don't know who these taxi drivers are." And I don't mean the taxis in the 4 wheels. I mean the habble on the 2 wheels, like on the motorcycles. And they said, because there's a lot of strangers. And you've got to take notice of the local people. You've got to take notice of local information. I mean, if a Filipino tells you not to do something, don't do it. As much as you might think, "Oh, what do you know?" Well, he knows a lot more than you. That's one thing for sure. He knows a lot more than you. You've got to keep yourself down to a minimum here. And I don't mean live as you're like a recluse. You're like lock yourself away. What's the point in being here if you lock yourself away? There is no point whatsoever. But I'm trying to say is, keep your head on a swivel. It's like anywhere you go. I mean, I could go to parts of England and I would feel threatened. I would feel more threatened there in parts of England where I used to live. And I used to live in what they say it was a nice area, but you didn't have to walk very far or drive very far, and you was in like Beirut, part of the place that I lived. So it doesn't matter where you are, people. You've got to keep that. You've got to keep your senses sharp. I mean, here I feel totally safe, but there could be a stranger here that is here, and people don't know them. It's a rarity that happens in these small little barangays in the province because everyone knows each other. Normally everyone's related. But nevertheless, when there is something going on like a fiesta for that local barangay, many strange people come from all over the place, and even the people here don't know them. But what they do here, I don't know what they do in your local barangay when there's a fiesta, but they have the police here and the army. The army are like just stood there, making sure peace is kept. But even that, you go into the wrong places, you do the wrong things, you flash enough money. 9 times out of 10 it might end all right, but it only takes that one time. And is it worth it? It's not. And like I said, if I was approached and someone said to me, "Give me your wallet," I would give them it. I will be honest with you. I'm not going to fight around somebody who could have a gun or he could have a knife over the sake of a few thousand pesos and a credit card and a debit card and a driving license that's in there. I always keep my ACR card, my permanent resident card, in the house. When I go out, I never take it with me. I've got a photocopy, and that's just photocopied, and that's in my wallet all the time. But, oh my, Jackie's going to start barking. Jackie, I'm going to lock him out because he's going to start barking because there's the dog going down there. The guy goes down there and moves his carabao every morning. See, told you. But I never carry things that I can't replace. And I know my driving licence I can replace here easily enough because I know the guy in the LTO. I have a drink with him. And if I ever did lose that, I can get it replaced probably same day. But if your ACR card, you lose that, it can be a bit of a fanny on. So I try and avoid fannying ons. I try and avoid that. But and I try and avoid going to places where I don't need to go. And people say, "Oh, you don't travel a lot." I don't need to travel a lot. There is everything that I need in this province. I don't mean this province here, I mean in Zamboanga del Norte. You know, there's some lovely beaches here that, we frequent quite often. Before Zach was born, now not so much, because Zach's only 6 weeks old, we can't really be bouncing about just as yet. But when we go to different places, I've never felt threatened here in this province. I've never felt threatened. I had a problem once in Manila, the first time I went there. I had a problem, someone trying to sell me watches, this Filipino guy. He wouldn't leave me alone, and he got aggressive. I still didn't buy a watch off of him, but I removed myself from that situation. And this is what we've got to do, people, is remove ourselves from situations where things can occur. Now, obviously we aren't mind readers and we aren't psychics. We don't know what's going to happen in 5 minutes' time, but this is why I was saying to you people before, try it if you're in here. I mean, if you live here for a certain time, you've been here for a while, try and learn a little bit of the local language. And someone said this to me, and it wasn't just to show off and speak it, but like if you're in a bar somewhere, and I know many of you guys like to go to bars. If you're in a bar somewhere, right, and there's a crowd of people, and they talking bad of you, at least you can pick bits of that up. If you didn't understand any of the language, then you'd be totally unaware of that, because they could be looking at you and smiling, but still saying not good things. So as soon as you can hear some of the dialect and understand some of it, it's safety first, people. It's safety first. Now, this American guy, I don't know how long he was here. I don't know if he was a tourist. I don't know if he was here for any length of time. But it still happens. It still happens, people. And it's happened, I think it was on the 10th, perhaps. I think maybe the 10th of July. So it's only a few days ago. There is opportunity here, people. I've said this before, life is cheap here. Life is cheap. And from what I've been told before, I don't know if it's true, but you can get someone, done for, the price of a bottle of beer if you know the right people. So that's why I don't like to upset anybody, and I don't like to upset expats either, because expats could know some people as well, and they could have something done to you. You just don't know, as far-fetched as it could be or seem. Why put yourself in that situation? Why? So that's why I kind of avoid any kind of where I think there might be a bit of a confrontation. If I see confrontation, when I used to go out drinking with the expats when I first come here, and there was confrontation quite often. Beer was in, the wits was out. And I used to keep quiet, and I would just remove myself from that situation. I didn't want to be involved in it, not because I'm scared of conflict, but I don't want to be in a foreign country. I don't want people over there to be fighting. The police turn up, and because I'm there, they grab hold of me as well and put me in the back of a police car. I just don't want any of that sort of thing happening to me. And for you people, don't let it happen to you. I know most of you are sensible. Probably all of us are sensible as best as we can be, but there's the odd person who just doesn't know the laws of the jungle here. The laws of the jungle: don't carry large denominations, don't flash your jewellery around. You stick to those rules, and don't draw attention to yourself. Don't go places and make a twat of yourself, like shouting your mouth off, if things don't go your way. Patience is needed here, people. As much as you might be under your breath, it's cracking me up. Patience and silence. Hold your temper. And I know many of you have got short tempers. If you've got a short temper and you've got little patience, you're going to find it bloody hard here. You are. You're going to find it hard. But that's not the topic. The topic is the American guy was robbed and shot. And, my heart goes out to his family. I mean, I don't know much about if he had a family here or not, but he's got a mother somewhere. He's got a father somewhere. He's probably got brothers and sisters. He might have a wife and kids. So my heart goes out to them. So people, listen, enjoy the Philippines. Keep yourself safe and just follow some basic rules here. That's it. I'm over and out, people. Listen, take good care. God bless you all. And whatever you're doing, try and do it well. I'm over and out. Bye bye, people. That's the man coming past selling fish. Take good care, people. God bless you. Bye bye.